In this video, crypto is under attack. Kraken sued, but now Paxos, also who issue Binance US dollar, they are being sued as well, and they will be stopping the BUSD product. This is huge because BUSD is the third largest stablecoin, and if BUSD is under attack, does that mean USDC comes under attack from the SEC as well? This is going to have wide-ranging ramifications in crypto because these are the most popular products apart from Bitcoin and ETH. They have billions of dollars in them and people use them as a safety net, and the SEC is coming to attack them. Are they just attacking stablecoins, or is this a concerted effort to try and, bring down the power of Binance? We'll have to find out. As of right now, as you can see, Bitcoin isn't really reacting too much to this. We had come off over the last few days anyway. We're now at this support level around 21,500. We're not really moving too much lower, but this may obviously be sold off as the ramifications of this SEC action actually start to feed through. We also have CPI tomorrow, which could potentially be a quite hot number. The market thinks it's going to be quite hot. So we're looking at really coming down to maybe 20,000 and testing that level if this negative news kind of snowballs. So if you are a trader, get a deposit bonus on Bybit, by the way, up to $4,000 deposit bonus. Check the link in the description for that. The SEC have issued a Wells notice to Paxos, who actually are the underlying issuer of BUSD, which is Binance US dollar. Paxos are regulated. They have a BIT license in New York, and they're regulated to perform crypto asset services. And so they're not some, 2-bit cowboy operation, but they have been issued this Wells notice. So the third largest stablecoin boasts similar backing to Tether and USDC. So if the SEC want to go after Binance US dollar and say this thing is a security, then where does that leave USDC and USDT as well, which are even bigger than BUSD? You can see here, stablecoins are a critical safety net for investors seeking refuge from volatile markets, and limiting their access would directly harm millions of people across the globe. That is a statement from Binance. Paxos will stop creating more BUSD. So anyone that has BUSD now, if you have this, you can still redeem it for $1. If you want to go through actually taking the BUSD, put it on the Ethereum chain, send it into Paxos, and they will actually send the dollars out to you. If you have an account with Paxos, you can do that, but they will not be creating any more BUSD at this point. Now, where does that leave BUSD? As you can see here, I've got the BUSD US dollar Tether trading pair. And obviously, if BUSD is no more and is potentially going to be stopped, getting created, the product seems to be on its last legs. If the SEC is suing and Paxos aren't, issuing any more of this stablecoin, they are accepting redemptions though, but still in the open market, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get more selling of BUSD, forcing the price a little bit lower. I would still consider this price, 99,994, 99,993, that is essentially kept its peg. That it's not really a depeg whatsoever. We have to be really clear here as well that, Paxos has a BIT license in New York. They're not cowboys. They have a one-to-one backing for every single BUSD. And so it's not a case of some crazy depeg event that's coming, because this is one-for-one backed. And so, yes, you might get a little bit of softness here, but I don't think we're going to see some crazy depeg because the dollars are right there in the bank account. And for institutions that still have the ability to actually bring BUSD over to Paxos and get those dollars, anything under $1 is free money for them, right? So we're not going to see a huge depeg, but if you have BUSD, this is big. You're now presumably having to find another stablecoin like Tether or Circles, but the bigger implications for all stablecoins. Why is BUSD coming under attack, and how is it different than the other two in terms of the SEC looking at this? The SEC Wells notice suggests that BUSD is a security. BUSD specifically. BUSD holds treasuries, cash, and some other, very high quality assets, but that doesn't stop it being a security. As you can see, Binance itself, the Binance exchange, obviously holds the vast majority of BUSD in circulation, but BUSD was becoming way more popular, and it's on other exchanges and some DeFi exchanges right now. I'm sure all of these pools will be drained. BUSD seems to be not being created anymore, and so this is very big news for BUSD and stablecoins in general. This is an attack on crypto, make no mistake, because with stable coins, they are really the way everyone trades cryptocurrency itself. Are stable coins actually securities? I believe in the States, they actually are securities. So if you look under the hood, you have the Howey test here, which is actually a precedent for investment contracts. Now, everything else in the States actually can be deemed a security. A security, money market funds, if you go to Fidelity or BlackRock and you want to buy a money market fund that offers you some yield, 1.5%, whatever, that's a money market fund, that's a security, and it needs certain disclosures and regulations around that. That is exactly what is happening here with stablecoins as well. They are, under the hood, absolutely 100% money market funds. They are not e-money, they don't have banking registrations, and so they are securities under the securities law in America. Now, they don't offer a yield to investors, but that's besides the point. They are actually, under the hood, a securitized product under the letter of the law. And so, yes, this is just something that was always going to happen. Now, in Europe, MiCA already makes precedent for these types of stablecoins. They're called ARTs, which is asset reference tokens. They have a specific carve out within that law. Now, the US is very different, and they're just going full pelt into essentially taking action against the whole industry. And this is what we have to sit through this year, unfortunately. CZ has come out and said four for him is ignore FUD, fake news. This is not FUD and fake news. This is the SEC saying you need to stop this product, and Paxos have stopped it. And so, this is not great news for cryptocurrency. It's not great news for DeFi. And this huge regulatory attack has probably got some legs to run as well, which means generally crypto prices really are not going to be bullish in any way for me. The Binance exchange has seen some outflows as well this last 24 hours. Nothing major as of yet though. 181 million in outflows is really minor for Binance. We've seen them deal with billions of dollars of outflows. And so, this isn't an issue, and they have all the backing of the products and the cryptocurrencies. So no issues there. Really, from the SEC and the Biden administration point of view, they're really just trying to choke off stablecoins, because if you can do that, then you choke off a lot of the liquidity for all of the offshore and unregulated stuff, including DeFi. So I think that's really the part of the industry that's kind of under attack here. And we probably will see softening of prices across the board in most of those products. For the crypto side of the industry, not great news. If USDC and USDT also come under some sort of action. If this is specifically towards Binance, then actually it's no major deal. You can just use other stablecoins. Overall, Bitcoin really stands out here as something that regulators have absolutely no issue with, but it's still going to come under pressure as crypto actually helps Bitcoin and it increases the value of Bitcoin. Without crypto, Bitcoin would be less useful. And so I do believe they actually help each other and are positive, but any attack is just going to lead us to some softening right here. And softening prices has to be expected if this regulation from the Biden admin and the SEC continues, which we would expect it to over the short term at least. Deposit bonus on Bybit via the link in the description up to $4,000. I'm James with MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.